Hello again, and welcome back to Proteor Fitness on Restore Your Everyday. My name is Bethany Nelson, and I'm a physical therapist, amputee rehab specialist, and Polestar Pilates instructor. Today I have Mitchell with me for the star of the show. Mitchell is a bilateral above knee amputee, and he'll be guiding you all through these exercises. For these next several exercises, please make sure you have a stable chair or other stable item next to you to grab onto in case you lose your balance at any point. Your buddy, if you have one with you, can also guard you to protect against a backwards fall. If you're doing these exercises with full-length prosthetic legs, I want you to at least have been through some formal physical therapy training with your full-length legs. And I also want you to have a stable support surface like the kitchen sink to stand next to. You can hover your hands if you feel you're ready for that, but I suggest you start, if you're in full-length legs or in stubbies and you're new to stubbies, start with your hands holding a support surface, and then challenge yourself by lifting your hands up as you feel able. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, Mitchell, if you'll roll onto your stomach, and I'll bring the chair next to you. And we can do head down here, please. All right. Okay, so you've got to learn how to get up from the floor with your stubbies on. And so what he's going to do is push up and walk himself back with his hands onto kind of like a downward dog position, if you will. And I'm going to bring a chair next to him so he can put a hand up on the chair. Yep, get your legs wide enough that you feel you have a stable base of support. Is that a good place for your chair, Mitchell? Okay. Your buddy can stand behind you just in case you lose your balance backwards. When you're ready, come on up. Hey, hey. Nice work. So it's like a mega deadlift, if you know that exercise, for your buttocks. Okay, we're going to come back down. Mitchell's going to try to do this without having to grab on something or push up from something, but the chair is here for him to grab onto in case he needs it for balance, because he has to really pitch back. Yep, come on off. Notice his stubby feet, how they're going to tip up in the fronts, because he's got to get way back here. Woo! You did it. That is not easy, my friends, right? Very good. Okay, I'm going to put this chair in front of you now, okay? Okay, and bring your feet into a comfortable standing position. Very good. So we're going to start. If you feel that you need to, definitely start with your hands touching your support surface. The first thing we're going to do is find a nice weight shift from one foot to the other. And your goal is to get the middle of your body centered over your prosthetic foot or your stubby foot. Okay, so shoulders need to go with hips. So everything's shifting over. Yep, make sure you hold on if you need it. Everything's shifting. Okay. Shoulder, please keep holding if you need to. We can even do this, so it's a little higher. Okay, there we go, there we go. Now we got it. All right, so we're just shifting to one side. Good, and shifting to the other. As you load one of your legs by shifting, squeeze that same side buttocks. Okay, to the other, squeeze the right buttocks. Good, and of course we want to hold core as well and keep nice posture. Very good. So there's always the opportunity to take one hand off and do it just with one hand, and then maybe challenge yourself to try to do this without holding on. But again, a stable support surface in front of you is very important here. Good, so we're just doing 10 to each side, and you can try to hold these for about 3 seconds if you're able to. We're kind of just going through them. Good. Good. Staying up nice and tall, Mitchell. That looks good. Okay, so let's stop with those. The next one I want you to try is shifting forward and backward on your feet. So keep holding on, please, for your first few. Shift and everything. Again, shoulders and hips both go forward. Shoulders and hips both go backward. to your limit of stability, which is how far you can shift on those feet without losing your stability. So you try to go to your limit, and of course with hands on, you can shift a whole lot farther than with hands off. So if you'll take one hand off, you pick which hand. I'm holding the chair just so if he does go backwards, he is not going to just pull the chair over with him. Good. Now you're going to make them smaller, Mitchell, okay, when you don't hold on. And I want you to, when you shift towards your toes, I want your arms to go behind you. Good. When you shift to your heels, your arms will go in front of you. So you're counterbalancing yourself. Good. And not too far. Good. Okay. There. Good. Get those arms in front. Good. Forward shift, ski jump. Good. And yes, getting tired, backward shift, arms out in front as you shift backwards. Good. There you go. Okay, we've got about 3 more to each side. So again, if you have a buddy with you, they should be behind you. The chair's in front of Mitchell. So a chair in front of you with a buddy behind you is best. If you don't have a buddy, have something like another chair behind you or even a wall. Corners work really nice for having backwards protection where you have both sides of the corner easy to touch with your hands if you fall backwards. You're doing great, Mitchell. Very good. Okay, please put your hands on there. Please bend over and give your back a break if you need to. You're doing great. Okay, so we're moving on to fast footwork. All right, get ready to get your cardio in, get your heart rate up. So bilateral above knee amputees and bilateral below knee amputees don't tend to stand still very well because their feet only have so much ankle strategy, if you will, which is what my ankle does when I'm standing on one foot. See how it has to move around to keep my balance. We don't have that much dynamic movement in a prosthetic foot. So we have to get some stability through hips. And so nobody's really going to stand around still. With bilateral amputations, they tend to move their feet in place when standing still. So I want you to imagine you're standing in a pile of ants and you've got to start moving those feet and go in every direction, side, front, back, all over the place. Pick up that pace as much as you can and squash those ants. And please don't feel like you have to take your hands off if you're not ready to do so. But if you want to try it, you can. Okay. Yep. Stubbies are fantastic for building what Mitchell's working on here, which is balance, as well as that core and hip stability. Okay, and it's not easy, right? Oh. Woo! You feel your heart rate up? Oh, yeah. Very good. Okay, please rest. So if you can try to do fast footwork for about 30 seconds continuous, that's great cardio for you, and it's great practice for keeping your balance while you're just standing still with a crowd of friends, etc. Okay, our last thing we're going to do, Mitchell, do you have your trekking poles? All right, so Mitchell has chosen trekking poles as his preferred assistive device for walking with his stubbies. I'm going to move this chair and we're going to do some forward, backwards, right sideways, and left sideways walking. Okay, so you're going to walk forward to the exercise mat, then sideways right, then backwards, then sideways left back to this position. So walk straight this way forward. Good, and turn straight forward, facing that way. And side step to your right. He's kind of going diagonal, he's making a diamond. Okay, stop right there, and I want you to back up. Again, notice I'm behind him. If anybody's going to fall in a direction with stubbies, it's most likely going to be backwards, especially with hand assistance out in front. Excellent. All right, and now you're going to sidestep to the left, Mitchell.
Are you ready?
Very good. All right. Come on up with me again. Very good. Okay. Had a good workout?
Good.
Excellent. That concludes our bilateral AK exercise video with and without Stubbies training session. I hope you got some value out of this video. Keep working hard. You will succeed. Check out my other videos for cardiovascular training, stretching, and strengthening on Proteor Fitness right here on Restore Your Everyday. Mitchell's in every one of those videos to show you how it's done, how to modify each exercise for your level of amputation to help you develop the strength and flexibility and stamina needed to walk well with prostheses. Best wishes and take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.